Oh, I got you. So we won't show bracket. We're just going to show standings. Okay, I got you. Perfect. Yeah, Warwick Little League. Out of Newport News. Parker Jones, Jay. Yeah, I'm good. And then what do we see? It's Martin. You show it Martin County North, right? Well, it's Palm City. Y'all just showing Palm City. Yeah, Palm City. Welcome to Little League Southeast Park in Warner Robins, Georgia, where the fun has already started. It is day one of the Little League World Series Southeast Regional. This is our second game in first round action as Newport News, Virginia takes on Palm City, Florida. The Little League World Series is presented by T-Mobile. And good afternoon. I'm Matt Stewart. Thanks for joining us as we continue with our first round action. Here's a look at the rules of the game and tournament. It's a modified double elimination format with these 8 teams, ages 10 to 12 play. They are 6-inning games, 2/3 the conventional field size, so 60 feet down the baselines instead of 90, and it's 45 feet from pitcher's mound to catcher instead of 60 feet 6 inches, 225 to the outfield fence, and mandatory minimum play. Everybody gets at least one plate appearance in the game. Here's a look at our standings after one game, a thriller to start this day off as Greenville, North Carolina held off Shenandoah Junction in a wild game at the end, 4-3 the final. So North Carolina in the winner's bracket at 1-0, West Virginia loser's bracket at 0-1. And the winner of this game that we're getting ready to see right now will play North Carolina tomorrow. The loser will play West Virginia. Here's a look at the starting 9. For Newport News, starts with catcher Parker Jones off the top, then Jalen Jubre in right field batting second. Blake O'Berry, the pitcher, bats third. Batting fourth is the shortstop, Graham Hutchins. Jamal Jones in center field bats fifth, followed by Ethan Ellis at second base batting sixth. Chase Janis, the left fielder, bats seventh. Batting eighth is the first baseman, Grayson Young. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Jordan Mullins. And on the mound for Florida to start this game is number 12, Frankie Brancaleone. Big right-hander. Favorite team is the Boston Red Sox. And one of many kind of number one pitchers on this Florida staff. They don't typically refer to them as a number one or a number two, but they got 2 or 3 guys that they really count on to shoulder the load as they go through this tournament. And they've played very well, obviously. State champions, went 4-0, defeated Merritt Island Little League 4-1 in the final, outscored their opponents 32-13 in the Florida State Championship. Second appearance for Martin County North Little League in the Southeast Regional. First time since 2013 when they reached the semifinals before losing to South Nashville, another team that's back in this tournament, now being called by Nolensville Little League, and we'll see them later on tonight in our last game of the day against Alabama. First batter, Parker Jones, a swing and a miss from Brancaleone. Virginia went 6-0 in the state tournament. Parker Jones, the catcher. Fouls the second pitch back, and it's 0-2. Parker Jones, 5 foot, 100 pounds, 12 years old, Gildersleeve Middle. Call him Jonesy. Parents Brent and Courtney, sister Peyton. Behind in the count, 0-2 to start this game. On the ground to the shortstop. Jones throws him out. Brennan Jones, the shortstop, with a strike to first, 1 down to begin this game. Even though the crowd numbers here at the Southeast Regional are being limited because of COVID, the families that are here making a lot of noise. Here's Jalen Jubre, the right fielder. And Jubre goes after the first pitch and fouls it back. There's Jubre, 5'5", 125, likes to eat steak. Who doesn't? 12 years old. The question is medium, medium rare. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike call to Jubre. And it's 0-2. Also attends Gildersleeve Middle. Parents Derek and Jacqueline. One of the team captains. No balls, 2 strikes to Jubre. Pitch missed inside. They call him one of the Bash brothers, and Jubre certainly is that. He finished second in the T-Mobile Little League Home Run Derby in Kansas City. Lost by 1 home run in the 4th round. He'll go to Williamsport, either with his team or without, and compete in the Home Run Derby there. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Got him. Brancaleone with the strikeout, 2 down.
Number 31, Blake O'Berry.
So 2 down in the inning, and here is Blake O'Berry, the pitcher for Virginia, the number 3 hitter. Another one of the team captains. Hits it down the first base line, bobbled, and they still get the foot on the bag. Heads up play by Sullivan. They're going to rule him safe that he didn't get the foot on the bag or have control of the ball at the same time. It looked like Sullivan had gotten his foot on the bag, but apparently did not have control of the ball at the same time. And so O'Berry is safe at first. Yep, you see, just doesn't have control of the ball. Foot on bag, but ball not in glove. That's a tough play right there. You're moving as fast as you can, trying to do a number of different things at the same time. And so O'Berry safe at first. And Hutchins right back to the pitcher. And there's the out that they were looking for. And the inning comes to a close. Virginia scoreless in the top half of the first. Florida batting for the first time when we get back.
Avery Sports Photo is the official photographer of the 2021 Southeastern Regional Tournaments. Please be sure to visit their booth on the concourse to view their game photos and creative work they can do for your child and your team. Little League Southeast Park is a tobacco-free complex. This includes vaping, chewing tobacco, and all other products. Thank you for adhering to this policy and keeping our complex safe.
Back in Warner Robins, Georgia, Newport News scoreless in the top half of the first. Now Palm City, Florida grabbing the bats for the first time. Let's take a look at the starting 9 for the champions from the state of Florida and Martin County North Little League. They'll lead things off with their second baseman, Zach Stern. And then Brennan Jones, the shortstop, will be batting second. Followed by John Thornton at third base. Brancaleone, the pitcher, batting fourth, followed by Preston Sullivan at first base, batting fifth. William Winterkorn, the right fielder, bats sixth, followed by the catcher, Parker Shoup. Evan Morjohn, the left fielder, bats eighth, and Tyler Fitzgerald, the center fielder, batting ninth. And Blake O'Berry, who we saw reach on the error in the top half of the first inning, out there to pitch for Virginia to start this game. Blake O'Berry, favorite team, the Celtics. It's very interesting as you kind of go through the player bios that they give to us, all the different choices of players and teams that are their favorites and their different likes and favorites in life, all the way down to food and movies and actors, and a lot of the same things you'll see from player to player, but every once in a while, and especially in places like Virginia where they don't necessarily have a professional sports team, it's interesting to see the teams that these kids pull for. And of course, there's the Washington Nationals and the Baltimore Orioles, closest professional sports teams to Newport News. So Zach Stern leading things off for Florida. Stern bats right, throws right, playing second base. His manager down there in the third base coaching box, Mark Rogers. What an interesting story, and you get a lot of interesting stories as well among the managers and the coaches, but Mark Rogers, quite the accomplished sports agent, with a roster of athletes that includes Russell Wilson and Trey Mancini. And he has, on not few occasions, gone to that well and used those guys to like send them video messages. You talk about some cachet with the players, some inspirational messages from those professional athletes as that ball is hit foul by Zach Stern. Send him a specialized, personalized video message. One of the perks of his job, but he's been doing it a long time. Even ever going back to his oldest son, who's now in his 30s, started coaching Little League. He's got 5 children, and he's worked his way through the ranks of coaching Little League while his children have all grown up. And, of course, they're all grown up now, and he's stayed with it. Got the team in the Southeast Regional. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Missed low and away. It's now 3-2 to Zach Stern. Florida's been to 22 Little League World Series. So the Florida champion has been in the Little League World Series in Williamsport 22 times. That's the 4th most of any state. As Stern draws the walk and the leadoff man aboard for Florida.
Now back to Florida, the shortstop, number 51, Brennan Jones.
Here's Brennan Jones, the shortstop. Jones goes after the first pitch and pops it foul. Bats left, throws right. He's their shortstop. And if you're wondering where Palm City, Florida is, you're not alone. At the state tournament, Governor Ron DeSantis showed up, had autographed baseballs for all the teams and players participating in the state tournament. When they got to Mark Jones, he said, "Now exactly where is Palm City?" I'll keep it simple. It's on the coast. Ball popped up over our heads and over the overhang. But they kept the bucket, one of the many different icons that they carry around. And Mark Rogers says he's not a superstitious guy, but for a guy who's not superstitious, they carry around a lot of little trinkets and icons for good luck. And the bucket is one of them. Jones swings and misses. Ball goes away, gets away. Runner advances to second. And of course, Jones cannot advance to first because there was a runner at first base, so he's out swinging, but Stern does go to second. So the story on the bucket real quick. The baseballs that were signed by the governor came in a bucket, and so they took the bucket with them. Then the bucket got busted, and so they threw the bucket in the trash. When practice was over, they went back and got the bucket out of the trash, so they're carrying that around with them as a good luck token and charm as well. Along with a stack of arrows and a Peter Pan trinket. But more on that later. We got a full game to go. Here's John Thornton. Ball gets away from the catcher. Throw down to third. He's safe. Ball gets away from the third baseman. Here comes Stern to the plate. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Florida has an early 1-0 lead. Drop by the catcher. You see the aggressive base running. Ball skips by the third baseman. Run in for Florida. Inside out swing by Thornton is hit foul. Count 2-1 to John Thornton. Florida's third baseman, and Florida out to a 1-0 lead here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a called strike, and it's 2-2. So a tough luck first inning for Blake O'Barry. 2-2 pitch. Looked like a breaking ball. Missed inside. 3-2. By and large, the pitchers at this level are going to be pretty steady diet of fastballs, maybe a changeup. But every once in a while, they'll bring a breaking ball in there. Called strike. 3. And there's 2 down. Second strikeout for O'Barry. This is just gas right there from O'Barry. Brancaleone steps up to the plate. He's the pitcher, bats from the left side, although he pitches from the right. And there's ball 1. What a classic name, Frankie Brancaleone. Sounds like he would be playing for the 1940s Yankees or something. Just a great baseball name, isn't it? Hit foul, and the count now 1-1 to Brancaleone. Run already in for Florida here in the first inning. Our second game of the day. If you missed the first one, man, it was a fun one. 4-3, Greenville, North Carolina holds on to beat West Virginia. And so now that North Carolina team awaits the winner of this one tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I believe the West Virginia team is still hanging around. And so Greenville, both of them, yeah, they're both still here, sitting right side by side. Vested interest in the outcome of this game, that's for sure. 2-1 pitch. Looked like he changed speeds on him right there. He might be 11 and 12 years old, but they're already learning the crafty art of pitching. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Got him. 3 strikeouts for O'Barry in the inning, but it was the one leadoff walk that came back to bite him as Stern came around and scored right there. 1-0 Florida. We're heading to the second. Find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the official handles at Little League. Follow the action and join the conversation with hashtag LLWS. A great first day of Little League action underway here in Warner Robins, Georgia. You see the fans from Newport News, Virginia, decked out in the red. Warwick Little League here supporting their team. In Florida with the early 1-0 lead as we head to the second inning. It has been a nice day for baseball here in Warner Robins. Not too hot. And if you're familiar with the area, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. It can be a scorcher here in the middle part of the state. And because of the cloud cover that we've had most of the morning, giving way a little bit here as we get past the 1 o'clock hour. But still a pretty good day baseball-wise. I thought the weather forecast told me that 87 would be about the high today, and that would be for our third game of the day, South Carolina and Georgia. Tennessee and Alabama play later on. And the road to Williamsport is underway here in Warner Robins. 2 teams will advance. That's a difference from years past because of COVID. 16 U.S. teams playing in Williamsport instead of the 8 plus 8 international teams. No international field this year, and they hope to get back to that, of course, in 2022. So that means if you advance to the championship game here on Wednesday, you're going to Williamsport, win or lose. Takes a little bit of the pressure off. Here's Jamal Jones batting for Virginia. 5'3", 100-pound, 12-year-old. Goes to Mary Passage middle. Favorite player, Juan Soto. His favorite team, the Orioles. Hit 2 home runs in the state final for Virginia. Count now 2-1 to Jamal Jones. They've got like 4 guys on this team. They call them the Bash Brothers. They got 4 guys on this team that can really power the ball. Jones being one. Jubre, O'Berry, and Hutchins. We've seen all of them bat so far. Swing and a miss. Branca Leon gets the swing, and it's 2-2. Virginia decked out in the red and black. Florida in the royal blue and red. The blue name, the red numbers, looking a lot like the Dodgers uniforms. 2-2 pitch, tapper foul. Virginia managed by David Ellis. He's down in the third base coaching box. And Will O'Berry down in the first base coaching box. Jeff Eicher, the third member of the crew, in the dugout. Time called. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Branca Leon gets his second strikeout. So that is 5 strikeouts between these 2 pitchers combined through the first 7 outs of this game. Here's the second baseman and manager's son, Ethan Ellis. .80 pounds, 12 years old, Gildersleeve middle. His favorite players, Lamar Jackson and Manny Machado. Raven and the Orioles, his favorite team. Of course, Machado used to play for the Orioles, and Lamar still plays for the Ravens. 1 ball, 1 strike. But I think it's significant as you look at these player bios and their favorite players. These are the guys that they're looking up to. These are the guys that they're kind of modeling their game after. They envision, this is who I am. This is who I want to be. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bailing out a little bit, swinging and missing. It's 1-2. Ethan says he gets ready for the game by singing "We Ready" to myself. Everybody's got their own little special routine. Yeah, Branca Leon, he's really sneaky fast. That ball gets on you really quick. Muscled up a little bit on that one, a little bit too much. Buried it in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Newport News, where Warwick Little League, just a talent-rich area. Ball sees its way into right field for a base hit. Ethan Ellis, first hit of the day for Virginia. C&I single between the first and second base hole. And you can't be too quick to call that a base hit, as we saw in the previous game. A young man get thrown out on a line drive, 1 hopper to right field. That right fielder typically is playing in so close to that first base bag. You got to hustle. There's no trotting down to first base. Here's Chase Janis. Tapper out in front. That's a foul ball. Janis, who Coach O'Barry calls a gentle giant. He's a big kid. You can just tell looking from behind home plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That missed low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ellis down at first base. Second base runner for Virginia in this game. Virginia playing from behind. They trail 1-0 here in the top of the second. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Chased it. You could see manager David Ellis down in the third base coaching box telling Janis just to relax, calm down. Easy for him to say. You can imagine what the nerves are like for these kids playing in this tournament. It's ball 2, throw down to first, and Ellis back in there. Jonathan Hagan, our first base umpire. Harold Brannon's calling the balls and strikes. Michael Grossman at second and Eddie Smith at third base. Umpiring crew working this second game of the Southeast Regional. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Janis. On the ground, second baseman. There's 1 on to first. 2, double play. A 4-6-3 double play. Stern to Jones to Sullivan. And that races the base runner, and that ends the inning. Just like the major leaguers do. Nicely done. Very smooth. Great execution. Yeah. I'm going to say that. Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN. It is presented by T-Mobile. And good afternoon from Warner Robins, Georgia. I'm Matt Stewart. This is game number 2 of the first round. Palm City, Florida out to a 1-0 lead on Newport News, Virginia, as Palm City, Florida gets ready to bat here in the bottom of the second. You see the fans that have made their way here to Central Georgia to watch this tournament, hoping to be here through Wednesday. That's when the championship game will be played. I'll be calling the first 10 games of this tournament. Then I'll turn things over to Anish Shroff and Greg Olson to take you home and get you to Williamsport. Such a fun time. I mean, these kids, this is the last bit of summer right here in a lot of places. Even here in Warner Robins, I saw the kids on school buses. They've started school already here. If they haven't started school yet in Newport News or Palm City, Florida, they will be soon. Just think what a great prize it would be to go to Williamsport. Number one, you get to play on the biggest stage, the Little League World Series Championship, and you get out of school. Summer continues. Motivation enough right there, right? Preston Sullivan leading off this inning for Florida. That ball is hit down the line and left. Long run and a diving attempt out there by Jubre. Could not come up with it. Now, I don't know how old school some of our viewers are, but watching O'Barry here, he's got that Joaquin Andujar leg kick. Watch him how he kicks that thing out. Gave him a little chin music right there, just like Joaquin Andujar would do, right? Don't dig in too tight on Joaquin Andujar. Make sure that you stayed loose. One ball, 2 strikes. It's Blake O'Barry on the hill. A little bit off the plate. Just missed the edge. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jones out there in center playing a very shallow center field. Sullivan swings and misses. Ball in the dirt, throw down to first, and got him just in time. Nice stretch on the back end there by Young. And Young did a really good job positioning himself to the inside of the bag in foul territory because he knew that's where the throw was going to go, and you don't want to have the ball hit the runner. See, look at that. That was, you'd think these kids practiced or something. It's a great job. Might be of a review here. Mark Rogers, the manager for. Now, you can ask for an official review, but you can also ask the umpires if they'll just take a look at it without making it an official review. And then, of course, if you ask them, will you look at it, and the umpires say there's no need to look at it, then that's that. Or the umpires might agree, okay, we'll take a look at it. So, let's see what the decision's going to be. So after the umpires confer, they agree. The first base umpire says, nope, he was out. So Jonathan Hagan confirming that.
Now batting for Florida, the right fielder, number 6, Will Wintercorn.
So here's Will Wintercorn, the right fielder for Florida. Wintercorn, 5'5", 110 pounds, 12 years old, goes to Hidden Oaks Middle. Parents Phil and Julie, brother Jack. There's a strike. Favorite players, Tim Tebow and Michael Brantley. Favorite teams, the Florida Gators and the Tampa Bay Rays. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Will Wintercorn. And I don't know whether we'll be able to see it or not, but Will Wintercorn says part of his routine is he hangs a rally shark in the dugout. So maybe they've got a rally shark hanging down there in that Florida dugout. Little nubber back to the second baseman. Ellis throws him out. That's a couple of fine plays right there by the second baseman in the previous inning by Stern and by Janis right here. That's a tricky play because that ball has a lot of English on it. That's not as easy as you might think it is. Even though it was hit very slow, it's got a ton of English on it. And Ellis stays with it for the out. Parker Shoop showing bunt. Takes a strike. I can see the Shoop clan right down below us. There's about 5 of them wearing his jersey down there. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Shoop. Missed high. One ball, 1 strike to Parker Shoop. It's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Bottom of the second, 1-0 lead for Florida. There's a strike right down the middle, 2-2. So O'Barry 1 strike away from making it a 3-up, 3-down inning. That had some pop on it right there, but outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two. Back to the pitcher. O'Barry throws him out. 3-up, 3-down for Virginia. Defensively, we'll head to the third. 1-0 Florida.
What a summer, what a season. No regrets. What a summer, what a season. No regrets. Swing it, baby, swing it. It is dropping, the dive, and the catch is made.
Whatever happens, guys, again, it's going to be a great day. Very proud of you guys. Let's have some great fun today. Huh?
And we are just 13 days away from the top 16 teams in the United States of America meeting in Williamsport for the Little League World Series. And these 2 teams playing in front of us are hoping to be a part of that 16-team field. In order to do that, they've got to get to the championship game of this Southeast Regional to qualify. And the young boys from Warwick Little League in Newport News trailing by a score of 1-0. as they bat here in the top of the third. As Jeff Eicher makes his way out to the first base coaching box with the most immaculate beard in all of Little League.
Leading off the big first baseman, number 23, Grayson Young.
7 years in the making. Jeff Eicher and his beard. A life of its own. Grayson Young, the number 8 hitter, batting for Virginia. Branca Leone has been solid. He's struck out 2 through the first 7 batters that he's faced. Given up just 1 hit, a couple of base runners, induced a 4-6-3 double play, thing of beauty, to end the second. No balls, 2 strikes. Called strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Branca Leone. Great way to start the third inning. These pitchers are dealing. 7 total strikeouts between Branca Leone and O'Barry through the first 2+ innings. Jordan Mathis, the third baseman. Jordan Mullins, pardon me, the third baseman batting here. Also plays outfield and pitches. Playing third base to start today, but as you saw in the first game, where you start the game might not be where you finish the game. And it might be the third or even maybe fourth position that you end up playing before the game is over. Out of necessity, remember these players are multi-dimensional. Many of them also pitch, and so you end up moving them all around the field. Kind of like cross training, you have to be able to play almost every position out there. About the only position that doesn't typically change that much will be the catching position. 2 balls and a strike to Mullins. It's now 2-2. Branca Leone rocks and fires. Tapper right back to him. Shortstop Jones going to take it, throws him out.
Now batting for Virginia, the pitcher, number 19, Parker Jones.
And here's Parker Jones. So Parker Jones batting here, grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Parker says if he won the lottery, he'd buy a stadium. Better be a big lottery. Stadiums run about $1 billion these days, don't they? Here's the 1-1. He said he would build a large stadium in Newport News and invite teams from all over the country to come and play. Mike Trout, Cal Ripken, his favorite players. Orioles, his favorite team. 1-2 pitch. Tapper on the infield. Brennan Jones gets another shot at it. Same result. 3 up, 3 down. Heading to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Florida.
Virginia in the top of the third, no runs, no hits, there were no errors, nobody left on base. Pitch count for Florida, 38. Little League would like to thank our official partners, including Chick-fil-A, Dick's Sporting Goods, Musco Lighting, and New Era Cap, for their continued support.
Okay. Catch all the excitement from the Little League Baseball and Softball World Series tournaments and visit the first ever virtual fan zone experience. Visit littleleague.org/fanzone. The Little League Baseball World Series coming up in Williamsport on August 19th. Next weekend, the Little League World Series Softball Championship will be held in Greenville, North Carolina. In fact, on the exact same site, the Elm Street Stadium, where our first winner today, the Greenville Little League, they play their games. So Evan Morjohn going to lead off the third inning for Florida. Morjohn getting his first plate appearance of this tournament, 4'11", 87 pounds, young kid, 11 years old, homeschooler. Parents Sergio and Jessica offered at it. That's strike one. Shohei Ohtani, Fernando Tatis, his favorite players. Miami Heat and San Diego Padres, his favorite teams. Fouled that one back. Says ever since he was 2 years old, he wanted to play in the Little League World Series. Now he's closer than he's ever been to realizing that dream. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Morjohn. Did he offer? He was able to hold up, and it's 1-2. And they're going to rule that he struck out. They appealed, and he went around. That's 5 strikeouts now for O'Berry. Home plate umpire didn't say he struck out, but when they appealed down to first base, you saw the catcher Jones. He was pointing at all the different umpires. He finally, oh, it's the first base umpire I need to appeal to. Here's Fitzgerald, Tyler Fitzgerald, their center fielder, the number 9 hitter. Florida has won 4 Southeast regional titles. 4-3 all-time in the finals. Last appearance coming back in 2011 in the championship game. And he offered. Got him. So that's 6 strikeouts for O'Barry, his first time through the order. He's been hard to hit. But the 1 run for Florida scored on his leadoff walk to Zach Stern, this young man back in the first. Stern was able to come around. Wild pitches and then a throwing error down to third base allowed him to score. Only 2 of the Florida batters have even put the ball in play. But Florida has the lead. 2-0 pitch, now 3-0. This is the same place he got to with Zach Stern before. .30 pitch. Loaded a changeup in there. It's 3-1. O'Barry again. Walked him. So Stern has been Florida's only base runner today. Second time he's walked. Will it produce a similar result to what happened in the first when he came around and scored? Mark Rogers summons Brennan Jones, his number 2 hitter, over here to talk about things with 2 down in the inning.
Batting for Florida, the shortstop, number 51, Brennan Jones.
Well, Barry's already at 50 pitches, 29 strikes, 21 balls. So Virginia's going to be at a decision point on O'Barry here from the not too distant future. Ball hit foul over on the left side, gave it a ride, but way out of play. And what I mean by decision point, when you get to 50 pitches, you kind of got to decide, am I going to take him out now so I can use him later, or I'm just going to ride him out here and this will be it. So, I mean, because if you max him out today, 85 pitches, if I'm not mistaken, that means he would not be able to pitch again theoretically until the championship game on Wednesday. Ball is poked into right field for a base hit. Runner heads to third, strong throw, and he's safe. He beat the tag. Heading into second is Brennan Jones, first hit of the day for Florida. They got runners at second and third. Looked like the throw might have gotten there in time, but some crafty base running by Zach Stern. He was able to elude the tag at third base. And Brennan Jones, of course, heads up on the play, was able to take second on the throw to third. Strong throw. You see the throw is there a little bit up the line, and that enabled Stern to get in there and beat the tag. So let's see. Manager David Ellis is coming in to talk to home plate umpire Harold Brannon here. And I think they might review.
This is one of Robin's challenging to call it third. Call it third.
Yeah, so they're going to take a look at the call at third base to see if it might be overturned, and why not? It is a huge play right here. It's the difference in the inning being over and the inning continuing with runners at second and third. So the play under review, the call at third base. Eddie Smith, the third base umpire, ruling that Zach Stern was safe, beat the tag. And we'll see if the video evidence upholds that or overturns it. Another look at it. Yep, it looks to me like he gets in there. It was just late because the throw was a little bit up towards the left field line, the left field part, and he had to reach back and, yep, see, I don't think the tag reached his leg until the foot had hit the bag. But we'll see what they see. But it looks to me like he was indeed safe. Looks like they got the call right on the field. So here comes Harold Brannon with the decision. Safe. So the inning continues for Florida. Second and third and 2 outs, and O'Barry, who has been masterful, his first time through the order. And already now at 53 pitches, facing a crucial batter here in John Thornton, the third baseman, who struck out looking his first time up and swings and misses at the first pitch to him here. Takes a deep breath. O'Barry rocks and fires the 0-1, hit on the ground and foul. First base coach Brant Martin making the play. Oh, 2. Chopper on the infield, but foul. We'll reset the table and do it again. Count remains 0-2. You see some kids, some folks out there gathering out there on the grassy left field embankment. Great place to watch a game. Folks coming out to enjoy some baseball. 0-2 pitch. Tap foul again. And the kids on the hill got their cardboard ready to slide. There they go. Another foul off. That's 3 in a row that Thornton has gotten a piece of to stay alive behind 0-2 in the count. Second and third for Florida. 2 down in the inning. O'Barry. 0-2 pitch again. Hit in the hole. Run scores, and it's 2-0. RBI single for John Thornton. Plays Zach Stern. 2-0 Florida. Brennan Jones stops at third. Runners at the corners. Big clutch base hit by John Thornton. Fell behind 0-2 in the count. Fought off 3 0-2 pitches and finally singled on the 4th 0-2 pitch. Here's Brank-Leone. Frankie Brank-Leone, who's pitched very well himself. Struck out swinging his first time up, batting with runners at the corners. Pitch outside. Brank-Leone has struck out 3 in 3 innings of work. 23 pitches this inning for O'Barry. And now at 61 pitches, you kind of get the feeling they're going to, stretch him all the way out here. Use up his pitch allotment in this game. Ball bounces away. Here comes Jones to the plate. He scores without a throw. It's 3-0. Thornton goes to second. That was ruled a pass ball. So 3-0 lead for Florida. Brankleone batting here, with runner at second. 2 runs in for Florida here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Gives it a ride. Deep right field. Back to the fence. One hops the fence. Run in. Brankleone heads to 3rd. And he is in there with a triple. High throw. Bounces away. Brankleone will not advance. And it's 4-0 Florida as he brings home Thornton with a high fly ball to deep right field. A 3-run 3rd for Florida. Brankleone cranked it about as far as you can without putting it out of the park. Came up just a little bit short of the track. And a pinch hitter for Preston Sullivan, McLean Lewis. So McLean Lewis will bat for him. With Brankleone at 3rd base. Fouled it back. So Frankie Brankleone in the running for MVP of this game. Not only has he pitched a shutout through the first 3 innings, he just had a monster triple to right field. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Lewis socks that to right field, but right to Jubre to end the inning. But what an inning it was for Florida. 3 runs crossed the plate, and now a 4-1 lead, 4-0 lead as we head to the 4th. Top of the 4th inning in Warner Robins, Georgia. Finally some patchy blue sky overhead with the fluffy white clouds. Been overcast most of the day, and that's kept the temperatures down, and that's a welcome relief. Here in central Georgia, the kids, they don't care what the temperature is. They got their cardboard and they got a grassy hill. Most of them sliding, some of them tumbling. But having a good time here at Little League Southeast Park in Warner Robins, Georgia. For many, many years now, the site of this regional, one of the stops on the way to Williamsport. And they still talk about the day when they put 7,000 folks in this stadium, and Jake Fromm led Warner Robins to Williamsport and the Little League World Series. The future quarterback at the University of Georgia, and now with the Buffalo Bills. Jalen Jubre going to lead off the inning for Virginia. Struck out swinging his first time up. Joubray calls time before the first pitch can be thrown. And Frankie Brancleone has been staked to a 4-0 lead. He had a big part in that with his triple in the previous half inning. He has held Virginia to 1 hit so far. That was a 1-out single by Ethan Ellis in the second, and only 2 base runners. He has struck out 3 through 3 innings of work. Looks like they're going to get some guys warming up down there in what we'll call the bullpen. Yeah, they do have a bullpen just behind the fence. So Ethan Ellis has gone down there to start warming up for Virginia in the bullpen. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch outside, 2-1. But I was mentioning on it earlier just the vast wealth of athletic talent that has come out of that whole Newport News area, the Tidewater area. Hampton Roads, Chesapeake, Michael Vick from Newport News, but Allen Iverson from Hampton Roads, Ronald Curry, the Upton brothers from across the water, Chesapeake, Justin Upton. JT. So much athletic talent that has come through that area. And that ball is socked to center field and over his head. Going to bounce off the fence. Joubray is going to take second base. Double, stand-up double for Jalen Joubray to start the 4th inning. That was a rocket shot. Easily their best contact of the day. Gets the Warwick fans up on their feet. And Blake O'Barry, still in the game as the pitcher, stands in. Takes a big hack and miss. But this is the part of the lineup if Virginia is going to start to make a move back and cut into this lead. Joubray, O'Barry, Hutchins, Jones, these are the guys to do it. Here's the 0-1 to O'Barry. Ricochets off the glove of the first baseman, throws back there, got the out there. That great defense by Florida. That ricochets off the glove of Sullivan, and Stern, who scored twice for Florida today, is there to pick it up and throw him out. Joubray did go to third on the play, but watch this. Stern just all over the place. And that was the pitcher, actually, who comes back over to cover. Brancleone getting the job done, fielding his position as well as pitching. He came over there and covered that first base bag after Sullivan was out of position trying to get the ball. So here's Hutchins. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. So Ellis, who was down there warming up, comes racing back in from the bullpen because he's due up in this inning, the way things are going. He's going to get a chance to bat. So Hutchins up there with Joubray at third base. Number to the second baseman, Stern. He'll throw him out. They get the out there. Run scores. So good, solid baseball. Get the out, give up the run, and it's 4-1. But now the bases are empty. Hutchins gets an RBI on the play. Now the base is clean for Jamal Jones.
Now batting for Virginia, center fielder number 2, Jamal Jones.
Jones struck out swinging his first time up. That's right, throws right. Parents Lawrence and Tanisha. Siblings Najee, Lamisha, and Ayana. All of them pulling for Jamal here, batting with the bases empty. Going around. It's 0-2. Frank Leon got him on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 4 for Frank Leon. But Virginia does get on the board. Jubray's big double led to it. We'll head to the bottom half. 4-1 Florida. So new pitcher here for Virginia as Florida gets ready to bat in the bottom of the 4th, and it's Ethan Ellis. Ellis just moving over from the second base spot and will take over on the mound for Blake O'Barry, who went 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, and struck out 6. So I'm waiting to listen to hear what the defensive substitutions are. So Grayson Young. So Barry's going to now be at first base. And Young is out, I believe. Parker Jones is now at second base. Oh, and Grayson Young is now going to be the catcher. So Wintercorn gives this a ride to deep center field. Going to be caught by Jones out there. So Wintercorn takes the first pitch from Ellis and gives it a ride, but it comes up to be a noisy out, and there's 1 down in the 4th. Okay, that was Thomas who was batting and not Wintercorn. So we're trying to keep up with the substitutions here. So that was Thomas batting as they made the substitution. It looks like we're going to have another pinch hitter right here as well. So Galdiz is going to bat for Florida here. So Galdiz will bat for Schaup. So Mason Galdiz batting, 5'2", 90-pound, 12 years old. Bats left, throws right out of Hidden Oaks Middle. So Galdes hits it to the second baseman, and 2 down. So a quick 2 outs for Ethan Ellis after inducing Thomas into a long fly ball out. Gets Galdes to ground out to the second baseman. Here's Morjon. He struck out swinging his first time up. And he hits this one towards the gap. Jamal Jones had some trouble with his footing. Morjon digs into second with a stand-up double. That was a solid smackaroo right there, all the way to the fence. He really lit into that thing. Little Evan Morjon got a lot of power in that punch. See the big high leg kick as he swung through. Morjon down at second, stand-up double. Jack Fernair is going to bat. So Jack Fernair will pinch hit here for Tyler Fitzgerald. It's in there for a strike. So Florida's been able to make some pretty good contact off Ellis since he came in to pitch. Fouled back. Thomas, deep fly ball to center. Galdes grounded out. Morjon a double to the fence. And now Fernair batting, the number 9 hitter in the order. Got him. So Ellis strikes him out, strands Morjon at second, and the rally over for Florida here in the 4th. We'll head to the 5th. 4-1 lead for Florida.
The biggest stage on this level.
Anytime there's a World Series in any sentence, you know it is going to be a big game. This is where the passion comes out. You fall in love with the sport.
They played together and they played to have fun. The big old swing to start. That's a pretty big moment in her sports career. That'll put a smile on your face.
Such a fun experience. It's nothing better than the Little League World Series.
And the Little League Softball World Series coming up in Greenville, North Carolina. That starts next weekend. You see the folks from Greenville, North Carolina, winners in our first game earlier today and still hanging around and scouting out their next opponent. They'll play the winner of this one Saturday, tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern. The loser of this one plays the loser of that game, Tough Luck West Virginia. That'll be at 10 a.m. in our first elimination game, and that'll be tomorrow morning here on ESPN+. Boys from Warwick down 3 runs as they bat here in the top of the 5th. New pitcher for Florida is Dylan Thomas. Frank Leone went 4 innings, gave up 1 run and struck out 4. And Benjamin Clark batting here to start this 5th inning for Virginia. There's Dylan Thomas, related to the great Hall of Famer Chipper Jones. Chipper, who grew up in the Jacksonville area. Pitch outside to Clark. Favorite player, Cody Bellinger. Favorite team, the Dodgers, and his favorite movie, 42. Played by the late Chadwick Boseman. What a super role he played. If you've never seen that movie, just a spectacular film. But he says the most fun thing about Little League is Miss Betty's snow cones after the game. And Benjamin Turtle Clark draws a leadoff walk. This is one of the new rules for Little League Baseball here in 2021. In the past,
Number 4, Chase Yanis. The pinch hitter is number 7, Mason Mowry.
Mason Mowry going to pinch hit here for Chase Janis, and Mark Rogers out to pay a visit to his pitcher, Dylan Thomas. But one of the new rules to Little League Baseball here in 2021 in the substitution rules is typically, in the past, if a kid like who just batted, Benjamin Clark just batted, and he walked, they would be able to sub him out once he got to first base and pinch run for him. The new rule is the pinch hitter now stays on the bases until he's retired or scored or the inning ends. So you get the full participation of the plate appearance and the result of that plate appearance if you reach base. Mason Mowry at the plate. Says his nickname Slim Shady. He's slim, he's 81 pounds, 4'10", 11 years old. One ball, one strike to Mason Mowry. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And again, the participation rules, mandatory participation rules, state that every player on the roster, 13 member rosters, every player gets at least 1 plate appearance. 1-2, struck him out. Dylan Thomas makes quick work of Mason Mowry, 1 down in the inning. And we'll have a pinch hitter here for Grayson Young, and this will be Bryant Hurt. So Bryant Hurt batting for the first time. Thomas delivers a strike. Looked like Bryant and manager David Ellis might not have agreed with the call. Steps back in the 0-1 pitch. And that's a strike. It's 0-2. So Bryant Hurt going to have to work from behind here. Down no balls and 2 strikes. 1 down here, top of the 5th. Things getting late for Virginia. They're down to their final 5 offensive outs in this game. Gives that one a ride, deep center field, back towards the gap, and the center fielder, Fitzgerald's going to take it. Great communication out there to avoid the collision. And now there's 2 down in the inning. So now Chase Holloway going to bat in the 9 spot. Hurt gave it a ride, but not far enough. That ball hit the left field. Caught by Morjon, inning over. So after giving up the leadoff walk, Dylan Jones sets down Virginia. Heading to the bottom of the 5th, 4-1 Florida.
Players re-entering for Virginia on defense. For number 35, number 32, Ethan Ellis.
Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by T-Mobile. And we are coming to you from Little League Southeast Park in Warner Robins, Georgia. What was an overcast morning giving way to a fluffy, cloudy Friday afternoon here in central Georgia. Game 2 of our 4 first-round games. Greenville, North Carolina, defeating Shenandoah Junction, West Virginia, 4-3 in our first game, and here a 4-1 lead for Florida on Virginia. Getting late, bottom of the 5th. Remember, these are 6-inning regulation games. So just one more set of at-bats for Virginia to try to tie it up at least and stay alive in this game. Zach Stern. Young man's been in the middle of everything today. He scored 2 of their 4 runs. And both times after walking. The old nemesis of every pitcher, the base on balls. And they do come back to haunt you, and Zach Stern has been proof of that for the Virginia staff today. Blake O'Barry and Ethan Ellis, the second pitcher used. And that's a solid base hit if he can get to first in time. And just barely. Sometime before this tournament is over, I'm going to stop saying that it's a base hit to right field until I see him safe at first, because it's such a short distance. So often there, that right fielder's got a shot to throw him out if the ball gets to him quickly, as it did right there. But Zach Stern with the base hit to start the 5th. And that's great news for Florida, because every time he's been on, he's been able to score. Brennan Jones batting for the 3rd time. Struck out swinging in the 1st, singled and scored in the 3rd. Sends that one down the left field line, but foul. Little tapper gonna bounce foul. They did a great job when they built this ballpark, Little League Southeast Park here in Warner Robins. A lot of shade, a lot of overhang for the fans. done a great job of coverage for the Patrons. Wind starting to kick up a little bit. For most of the day, the flags have been hanging limp. Now they're blowing out towards left field. Tapper to the second baseman. They'll get the lead runner there and no more, as Zach Stern is retired. That's an accomplishment for Virginia. That's the first time they've been able to get him out all day. And now Brennan Jones at first with one out.
Coming to the plate for Florida, number 9, John Thornton.
Here's John Thornton. He had the big hit back in that 3-run third inning for Florida. Gonna stop off and talk to Mark Jones on his way to the batter's box. Home plate umpire. I don't know, motion down there for something. Maybe it was some equipment they needed to get back in the dugout or something. I'm not quite sure. Nice backhanded stop by the catcher. Grayson Young in there. Two balls and no strikes to John Thornton. 1 for 2 in the game, struck out looking in the first and came back with that big RBI single that I was talking about in the third. 4-1 lead for Florida. .30 showing bunt, takes a strike. Closing in on a spot in the second round against North Carolina. If they can win this, Florida would play North Carolina tomorrow. Was able to hold up. And they appeal down to first base. The catcher pointed down there and then needs to ask the home plate umpire to do that appeal for him, and they did, and he did not go. So first and second, that's a walk. Now time called as David Ellis makes his way out of the Virginia dugout. See if they're going to make a pitching change right here. Looks like they might be in the process of doing that. So a pitching change coming up for Virginia right here. And we'll step aside while they make that change and do some shuffling on the infield.
The new pitcher for Virginia is number 9, Jordan Mullins. Other defensive changes, number 32, Ethan Ellis is going to left field. And number 4, Chase Janis is going to third base.
So Jordan Mullins now in there to pitch for the Virginia team. He won the lottery, going to buy a house for his mama, which would probably be a house for him too, since he'd be living in it. So, but he's in the pitch, the third pitcher used by Virginia. O'Barry, the starter, struck out 6th, then Ethan Ellis came on, and now he's out in left field. So how about the circuitous route that Ellis has made his way across the infield and outfield? He started out at second, went to pitcher, now he's in left, and now Janis comes in from left and is playing third. Ball gets away from the catcher, can't find the handle. Everybody moves up 60 feet.
Now batting for Florida, number 12, Franklin Leone.
Frank Leone at the plate. Second and third now, big opportunity here. Ball gets away from the catcher again, not far enough this time for anybody to advance. Brancleone had that triple back in the third inning. And a base hit right here would be huge. Fouls it back to the screen, and it's 2-1. So Jones at third, Thornton at second. Now everybody's moving up 60 feet as the ball gets away. Jones touches the plate, and it's 5-1. So obviously some trouble here. Mullins and the catcher Grayson Young has resulted in another run scoring for Florida. Brancleone draws the walk and runners at the corners. And Preston Sullivan back here batting in the number 5 spot after he was pinch hit for his previous time up. So runners at the corners, a chance to really, if not blow this game open, put some big breathing room between Florida and Virginia, with Virginia one more chance to bat. Ball gets away again. Another run scores. Thornton sliding home at 6-1. Brancleone now at second. So a couple of runs have scored here in what has been a difficult bottom half of the 5th inning for Virginia defensively. Sullivan swings and misses. It's 1-1. Outside, 2-1. 6-1 lead for Florida here as they bat in the bottom of the 5th, hit on the ground. That'll be the second out of the inning. Brancleone now at third base. And Dylan Thomas, the pitcher, going to bat. Thomas flew out to deep center field his last time up, his first time up. Mullins, pitch low and away. One-oh pitch. Might have changed the speed on him right there, and it's 1-1. Ball socked to center, going to fall for a base hit. Brancleone's going to score, and it's 7-1 Florida. RBI single for Dylan Thomas. That's two really solid hits for Dylan Thomas, or contact, I should say. He flew out to deep center field his first time up, and now a solid single to center. They'll pinch run for Dylan Thomas right there. Will Wintercorn going to pinch run for him. Here's Parker Schaup.
Special pitch runner for Florida. For number 24, first base is number 6, Will Wintercorn.
So second plate appearance for Schaup. Grounded out to the pitcher his first time up, was pinch hit for his last time up. And bats here with 3 runs in for Florida in the bottom of the 5th. Ball gets away again. Advancing is Wintercorn. He's at second. Count now 3-0. Things have gone awry for Virginia here in this inning. That's a 4-pitch walk for Schaup. And here's Moorjohn. He had a big double to the fence his last time up. He's 1 for 2 in the game. Evan Moorjohn, just a really good player, a little feisty player, plays the outfield for him. Got a good bat. Don't let his size fool you. Mullins back to the pitcher. And that will end the inning. But a 3-run bottom of the 5th. Florida leading 7-1. Last chance for Virginia when we get back.
At the conclusion of this game, all sections under the stadium roof will need to be cleared to prepare for our next game. We appreciate your cooperation. Thank you.
Top of the 6th inning here in Warner Robins, and last chance for Newport News as they trail Palm City, Florida, 7-1 here. First round action in the Little League Baseball Southeast Regional. But Virginia's got the bats that they would want coming to the plate here in the top of the 6th. The leadoff man, Parker Jones, followed by Jalen Jupre, Blake O'Barry, and then after that, if they can get somebody on, you got Graham Hutchins and Jamal Jones. So if Virginia's going to stage a big rally, they got the bats to do it right here. Parker Jones will step up to the plate for Virginia here in the top of the 6th. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out to the shortstop in the 1st and in the 3rd. Parker's had a flair for the dramatic. Hit a grand slam and a 3-run homer in the same district tournament game as they played their way to the state tournament, which they ultimately won, and he starts the 6th with a single to left. So Parker Jones trying to get a rally going here for Virginia. First pitch singled into left field. That brings Jalen Jupre to the plate. He doubled his last time up and scored their only run of the game on a ground out by Hutchins. So Mark Jones out to pay a visit to his pitcher. They've used only 2 here today, but they're about to use their 3rd now. Frankie Brancaleone started, pitched very well. Dylan Thomas came in, and now they're going to bring in their 3rd pitcher of the day from right field, John Thornton. So while they make the pitching change, we'll step away for a moment.
Defensive substitution for Florida. Number 6, Will Wintercorn, re-enters the game in right field. For number 24, Dylan Thomas. Now pitching for Florida, number 9, John Thornton.
Well, John Thornton makes his way in from right field to become the third pitcher of the day for Florida in this game. You can see his favorite singer is Frank Sinatra, Old Blue Eyes. In this day of hip-hop and rock, an unusual choice. He loves the classics. So he comes in here with nobody out in the 6th. Parker Jones at first base, and he's facing the heart of the Virginia order. Will Winterkorn has re-entered the game and is playing right field where he started the game. And Jalen Joubray steps up to the plate. Calls time as he waits for Thornton and Shoup, the catcher, pardon me, to get on the same page with the signs. And that is ball number 1. I tell you, it is, don't want to go too far and say it's a science, but pretty darn near close as far as the substitutions in a Little League baseball game, because you have to marry the players to the position, and because they can't just come back into the game. They've got to, if a player has come out, they've got to come back in the same batting spot. You can't, if they were batting second, they can't suddenly be batting 7th. So the substitution has to match with where they were batting when they started the game. And so that's why you have Winterkorn coming into the game, taking over in right field, but he's taking, as the ball gets away, he's taking the spot of Dylan Thomas, the pitcher, in the order, because Thomas originally subbed in for him in the number 6 spot in the order. So it gets a little complicated. So Jones down at second, and there's a strike. And the count is 3-1. Boys from Columbus, Georgia, the boys from Taylor's, South Carolina, they're here. They've got next, the 4 o'clock game, our third first-round game of the day. Getting ready to go. 3 balls, 2 strikes. But if you're John Thornton and you're Mark Rogers, the manager of this Florida team, this is exactly where you want to be facing this beast part of their order. Joubray gives it a ride, and it is gone. As I was saying, though, this is where you want to be, where a 2-run homer doesn't kill you. It helps Virginia. They've cut it to 7-3. They still got a long way to go, but Jalen Joubray just cranked one, a line drive right over the left field fence. Our second home run of this tournament. He gave that thing a ride right over the left field fence, 225 away, and it's 7-3. No big surprise, as we told you earlier on in the game, Joubray is going to be in the home run derby in Williamsport in a couple of weeks. Here's O'Barry, hit him. So O'Barry aboard. It'll take a moment to flex that off. Caught him in the back of the shoulder, it looks like. Still working it out over there. Waiting for him to be ready to go. Got him right there in the shoulder blade. Here's Graham Hutchins. Much like West Virginia did in our first game, trying to mount a last inning rally here. West Virginia's came up just a little bit short. There's a strike to Hutchins. He drove in Virginia's first run of the game back in the fourth with a ground out. Hutchins steps out, pace slows as the tension mounts. Top of the sixth, 7-3 lead for Florida, but Virginia's put 2 on the board here with the home run by Jubre. To the third baseman, there's one on to first, not in time to turn the double play, but they cut down the lead runner. And now Virginia down to their final out. So that's out number 2. Out number 1. Yeah, I'm sorry. The scoreboard said 2. It's 1. So Jamal Jones steps up to the plate. Jones struck out twice swinging in this game. Jones got a lot of thunder in his bat too, hit 2 home runs in the state final. And hits this one sky high and out of play. Two-run homer by Jalen Jubre in this inning made it 7-3. O'Berry hit by pitch. And he has been erased on the ground out by Hutchins, who's now at first base. And this one's hit high in the air. And collision out there. Did they catch it? Yes, they did. Fitzgerald came up with it that time. Not the communication you're looking for, as Fitzgerald and Morjon ended up colliding with each other. Fitzgerald stayed with it. And now there are 2 outs. On this play, that's the center fielder's ball. He's got to be the traffic cop out in center field. If he calls for it, he's the one that takes it.